Hi, it's Carrie Jo 12 and I'm here to do more book reviews. Today I actually have 4 of them for you. The first one, I just finished this book last night. Oh my god, it is so long. It's the latest book out by Stephen King. It's called Under the Dome. I got it as a Christmas present, but I didn't start reading it right away because it was going to be this really big endeavor. But, yeah, really long. It's kind of weird. I've talked about Stephen King books before, but it's weird in that usually his stories, you can't predict them. And in a way that's kind of what this was, but basically this dome comes down around this town and all the people inside are trapped and they start going crazy. And I got that within like the first 20 pages. I got that. I understood that. But for the next like 500 pages, that's all that was going on. I mean, a lot of people die, a lot of people like go crazy. But I got that. I understood that premise, and it was kind of really long, drawn out, and boring. I wasn't really interested in reading it. I almost put it down, but I didn't. But it takes until like after page 600 when you find out there's actually like supernatural beings involved. It was really weird that it took that long to get there, because up until then I'm thinking, wow, this is actually going to be a normal book. But I'm not going to go into what it is because that kind of ruin the story for anybody who actually wants to trudge through it. But yeah, it is interesting, like if you get into people's individual stories, but if you're not interested in like soap opera drama, drug deals and stuff burning down and people going to jail, and if you're not into that, you probably wouldn't like it, because it is very long, and it's easy to read, but it's really thick, and it's not for somebody who's likes a lot of action constantly. But it is a good book. I would recommend it. But another book I read, another one I got for Christmas, was Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. The funny thing is, I couldn't get through the original Pride and Prejudice. I didn't like it. But I love the movie, the one with Keira Knightley. Love the movie. I could watch that over and over, but I couldn't get through the book for some reason. But I did get through Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which was really weird because it adds a zombie theme. Basically, the girls fight zombies, and it's you can totally tell what parts are added in. They use the original Pride and Prejudice text from Jane Austen, but then this other author, he adds in the zombie stuff. So it's the original text with zombies added in. I totally just repeated myself. But you can tell what's added in, but it's still good. It actually makes it interesting, and that's one of the title things on the book. It says it turns it into something you'd actually want to read, and I totally agree with that. But it doesn't change it so much in a way that it ruins the original, which I think is really great. It is a good book. It took me a while to get through it because of there's not zombie stuff going on all the time. It's just kind of scattered throughout it. There's kind of a main zombie theme in it, but it's mostly the Pride and Prejudice story. So it's a little odd. It's different, but it's good. It kept my interest. That was good. And then 2 other books that I really want to recommend are The Hunger Games and then the second Hunger Games book, which is called Catching Fire. Swear to God, I read these 2 books in 2 days, and they're not tiny books. Basically, it's along the lines of like the City of Ember, this apocalyptic, futuristic society where there's 13 districts, or there used to be 13. There's only 12. And basically they're all ruled by this central power, and that says you have to pretty much donate a boy and a girl from each district every year to participate in the Hunger Games, and only one person comes back alive. And it was just I read that on the back of the book. I'm like, how is that gonna work? You know, all these bloody guts and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know if I even want to read that, since they're like teenagers. But it was actually really interesting. Like, it's such a good premise. Like, the futuristic stuff, I really like reading that for some reason. That's why I like Under the Dome, too. But, it was so good. The second book, Catching Fire, it starts off a little slow, but then you get into it again, and it's awesome. I cannot wait for the third one to come out. But, yeah. So, Under the Dome, good, but really long and really kind of soap opera-y with all the different stories going on. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, good, because it doesn't ruin the original, and it's okay. I would recommend it to people who like the classic dialogue kind of stuff, and then like who are able to put up with the zombie theme. And then Hunger Games and Catching Fire, I would totally recommend them to everybody. My one friend down the hall, she's reading them right now. And I hope she likes them just as much as I did, because I read a lot of books, and these are two books that I can honestly say I could not put them down, and I don't say that very much at all, because I read a lot of books, and a lot of the books I read are just, cliched crap, and I'm not gonna lie, I read a lot of crap, but these books, they're very good. So, if you need book recommendations, there you go. Those are the 3 books I would recommend. Also, if you haven't heard about it or seen a preview or anything for it, I would recommend checking out The Last Airbender, which is a movie that's going to come out, I don't remember exactly when, but it's directed by M. Night Shyamalan, who did The Village and The Sixth Sense, so I think it's going to be really good. It's based on a Nickelodeon cartoon, kind of anime style, but not so bad. It's totally awesome. I can't wait for it to be in theaters. So yeah, I actually have homework to do right now, so I'm gonna go back to it, but I just needed to film. I just got done with books, and I was really excited. I needed to film it, and I needed to tell you guys about it. Everybody stay safe. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.